Alright, so I figured out what it was. It was where the cable was sitting at. Anyway, it does come all the way up and clear into here. And as long as your cable isn't sticking up, I didn't have it clipped in here and it was hitting on there. Anyway, so when you do the Z align, it'll come up all the way and it will hit that, and it will hit that on the end of here and here. So yeah, it is even, but it doesn't matter. They're still going to be off. But we'll put the original print bed back on, and what's going to happen is I'm going to have to redo my marks because it won't be the same anymore. So the inductive sensor can tell the difference in thickness of the two different print beds, and this one's actually thinner because it's not double-sided. And it says right in the manual, if you put a glass bed on here, it'll actually hit the glass bed because it doesn't even know it's there, and it's looking at the metal underneath. So I don't really care for these type of deals, but anyway. So anyway, we're going to redo all this, and we're going to set it up for this one and check and see how close it is.
And if you look really close, you can see there's quite a gap. I don't think the other print bed was that thick, but maybe it was.
So we got 75, negative 75. We just click save, and then we're going to redo everything. So the auto leveling, and it will do its thing. It's going to take a minute. The little astronaut will hop around and all the different things. And if you watch the inductive sensor, it'll go down until it blinks. I don't know how accurate these things are. I wouldn't think they would be as accurate as a physical sensor that touches the bed, but I could be wrong. So now I've seen several printables for the CR Touch censored brackets. So if you know anything about that, let me know. If it's a simple modification to convert it, I'd love to convert it. I don't really have a reason to want to, but I think it would be cool to try it. Just get like a cheap generic BL touch sensor and put it on there and see just, what does it get? How does it do? So now this one here, I'm not sure how to see what my bed mesh is. Like it doesn't like display it after it's done. It should, I think, but I'm not seeing it. So we can see this thing, but this procedure is a lot quicker on this printer than it was on the Ender 3 V3 SE. That took so long to do, it was ridiculous. So it goes back into the center. I mean, it doesn't give me any of the numbers. And then I guess once it's done, we just need to click save, but we need to recheck the Z. And I find that it changes each time. So like I said, you can't get your paper in there or anything now, because it's now too close. I'm not really sure what the reason is why. Look up to 70. How far off are we? So now 70 is about right. And it could be the bed heating, I don't know. We're just going to click save. And then it'll do its thing again. And then if we go in, and we'll have to check the Z align manually. to see where we're at. And we'll just do this. We'll home it, and then it'll put the inductive center, but the nozzle's not center. It's kind of strange. But yeah, see, it's right in the middle. And once it gets done homing, it's supposed to be like a certain distance, and so lovely. Now I gotta find the damn thing. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know why these don't reach. They're wrong. So I don't know if this is just because the guy with the printables didn't get it right, but I think they look about the same. So what I did was I went in and I moved it about 0.7, 10.2, and so you see I'm at 10.7, and it clears, but it's tight on this end, so that end is down lower. So we know right now that our Z didn't work up here, and it never will. It never does. And we can switch these. It won't make no difference. That one slides, that one doesn't. So what we do is go in here, disable it. Move it until it clears. Okay. So now I just come in, I just take a Sharpie and I mark my dot. I put them to where they're just snug on both sides, close enough. Put them back in there. And now we don't have to worry about it anymore. We start a file maybe. Oh, we can't do that because we have no filament in here. And I like to just turn the knob and run the filament out.
So you get a little pile.
Go in here. Disable the stepper so I can get this pile of crap out of the way. Still more coming out. I wish there was an easy way to disable this one and just run it up. It's like I always want to get it out of the way, and the problem is you can't push the bed out of the way of the nozzle. Okay. So let's see here. We should be good. We select our file. And let it start doing its thing. So one thing I'm not really sure about, but I think the guy that had this printer before me sanded the print bed. And like, because I've seen people post, oh, you gotta rub them with a Scotch-Brite pad. And it just kind of feels like that's what's been done to it, to me. And so it seems like it has a little bit of print bed adhesion issues. And it really doesn't act like my other one that I have, but my other one, the notches are in the wrong spot in the back, so I guess I could get a replacement one of these. I hate all the stupid noises that this thing makes. It really sounds like it's scraping something. It'll squeak and squeal. That noise. And I've got it turned down really slow for this, because this is where it likes to screw up. And you usually have, pretty good adhesion, but not great. Like on my other ones, I would have a hard time peeling that up. So I'm not really sure what he did to the print bed. I've cleaned it many, many times, and it feels like it's been sanded. It's got this, worn kind of texture. I know you can see the wear marks here, which could be anything, but when you look at it here, you see how the lettering is kind of worn. I think he honestly sanded the entire print bed, but maybe that's how they come. I don't know. But I think it's based on the texture and the feel of it, it's been sanded. And I think he ended up causing more problems. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the guy, got rid of it because he couldn't get it to do what he wanted to do, and he bought some parts for it, I can tell. And I can see there was a mess underneath the bottom of here, and one of them little tiny connectors is actually partially melted. So something happened, and based on that and the fact he bought a bamboo, yeah, he just didn't want to fiddle with it, which I don't blame him. Let's see, it's doing this thing again where I don't know if it skipped the circle. I've had it do that before on a print bed test. We can't see it now. And I came in and finished it, but it would do the print bed. It would like do half circles and stuff, because it would try and travel too fast, I guess. So I'm pretty sure I've turned off all the other things like combing and ironing, and I've enabled Z-hop. I had a print on this too where it was like, because of this being off, I think it was wrong, and it was smacking the print as it was going by. The nozzle was hitting it. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this as a first printer to anyone based on what I've seen. But I've seen that people say that. Yeah, there's like a little spot missing there. I don't know. But I've got it turned down quite a bit, so I would say it's probably printing. It was set for 100, and this is going to be, let's see what the speed would be. Well, it's going to be half of whatever we're looking at right now. So initial layer speed would be 20 instead of 40. Boy, that's a weird noise. So, and yeah, probably about 20. So I wanted to print correctly before I turn it back up. So I'll make sure that first layer is done. I don't want to keep doing it over and over again. So it looks like now it's starting to fill it in. Get it over here. It looks like it's pretty good, but it's hard to say for sure. I wish they would design a cone-shaped print head where like you could get really awesome view of what was going on, I can definitely tell my Z-hop is working. And also, we'll see if it turns on the fan or not after a couple layers or not. Looks a little raggedy over here. A little bit. Just can't get in there to show you. Maybe the Z is off a little bit. too close. Looks good in the corner, but it's a little stringy, funky. So we can see here how it looks kind of crappy. And then now we're adjusting it as we go along. It's going over the other crappy stuff. You see the lines come through. So it's starting to smooth it out, but the bottom line is if the first layer is bad, it's going to look bad. But it's like the bed has been moving with the heat. Hey, get out of my way. So I seem to have it adjusted where I want it. We'll see when we print the next thing.